Eden Gardens saw a magnificent display from their home team, the Kolkata Knight Riders, yesterday against Royal Challengers Bangalore. Like CSK, KKR had to wait a long time to ensure that they played in front of their adoring home fans, and boy did they put on a spin by trial performance against the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Varun Chakravarti, Sunil Narayan, Suyash Sharma, the youngster who's got a Neeraj Chopra-like doppelganger, he and the rest ensured that Royal Challengers Bangalore were subjected to their utmost weakness. Virat Kohli also fell to his weakness, which has currently been plaguing him at this point in time, and it has become even more obvious at this point. What is the record that Kolkata Knight Riders achieved in their huge win against Royal Challengers Bangalore yesterday? Well, it had to do with spin. So 9 out of the 10 RCB wickets that fell yesterday fell to spin. One wicket that fell, it was Shardul Thakur. He was the one, apart from his 68, that ensured that Kolkata Knight Riders put on a magnificent show. Varun Chakravarti picked up 4 wickets, and out of that 3 were bowled, all in similar fashion, inside edge back onto the stumps. Suyash Sharma with 3 wickets and Sunil Narayan with 2 wickets. RCB, they started off really well, 40 for no loss by the close of the power play, and after that they lost 5 wickets for 21 runs. And it exposed a very, very worrying pattern when it comes to RCB, and that is spin. Because 9 wickets falling to spin is the most ever in the history of an IPL innings. Yes, 9 wickets falling to spin for the first time in an innings has happened in 2023. And the previous record, it was 8, which was achieved 3 times. And remarkably, it is the first time that 9 wickets have fallen to spin in a single innings at the Eden Gardens. The previous 3 instances, you look at it, CSK versus the Delhi Capitals in Vizag, CSK versus RCB in 2019. You'll all remember that opening game encounter in which RCB were bundled out for 70. Then it was CSK versus DC 2019, the 50th league game that happened in that 2019 season. You saw Imran Tahir, you saw Harbhajan Singh, you saw Akshar Patel all dominate, and that was when 8 wickets fell in 2019. Chennai has been much more conducive to spin. Kolkata, on the other hand, they have not been conducive to spin that much. Remember, it reverted to pace and bounce in the early 2015-16 period. But now, after COVID, the pitch seems to have eased off a bit, and that is why now spinners will be in greater action at this point in time. But overall, if you look at it, the RCB versus KKR match saw 12 wickets fall to spin overall. That also is the most ever. It beat the previous record of 11 wickets that was set 3 times. So in one game, KKR have achieved a spin record that no other team has ever achieved. And it is no surprise that it came against RCB. I'll tell you why in the next slide. 11 wickets. KKR versus Kings 11 Punjab in Kolkata, that was in 2012. 11. KKR versus Delhi Capitals in Kolkata in 2018. You saw in the 2018 season also that spin was assisting a bit in the Eden Gardens wicket. CSK versus DC 2019 in Chennai, which I had said 12 wickets falling, and that was simply magnificent. That is the reason why RCB just could not get going. And there is one more problem, Virat Kohli. He fell to Sunil Narayan for 21, and Maxwell and du Plessis also fell to Chakravarti. Now, Virat Kohli and Glenn Maxwell's dismissals are a case in point. Maxwell has perennially struggled against spin primarily because of his shot selection. Yajvendra Chahal, Kuldeep Yadav, Ravichandran Ashwin, he has all tried to be very aggressive against them. But more often than not, he has fallen to them on a regular basis. Just look at the list of bowlers who have dismissed Glenn Maxwell the most. You will see that spinners dominate a whole lot more. Du Plessis, on the other hand, also played a bad shot, and that's why he inside edged the ball back onto the stumps and he was bowled. But Virat Kohli is a different question altogether. Left armers, mystery spinners, off spinners, leg spinners, Every single time Virat Kohli has struggled. Even though he may have broken his century drought, even though he has scored centuries in all three formats now, the 1,000-day period has ended in all three formats, but he is falling on a consistent basis to spin. Now, the kryptonite that all the other teams have found against RCB is play quality spinners. Although at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium, Virat Kohli managed to overcome the likes of Hrithik Shokeen and all the others, it was still not enough on this deck because Virat Kohli looked aggressive. But when the spinners came on, that same shot, plunging forward, trying to work it to the onside, the ball snuck through the gate and unfortunately he was bowled. LBW or bowled, that seems to be the common mode of dismissal for Virat Kohli. Sometimes he's caught down the leg side. It happened in the series against Australia. Left arm spin, you saw him that he holed out to a left arm spinner in Chennai. The unfortunate thing is, spin seems to be Virat Kohli's kryptonite at this point in time. And Kolkata Knight Riders have exploited. Now with this performance, every team will be wanting to pack the side with spinners against RCB because du Plessis, Maxwell and Kohli, they all seem to be struggling against the spinners. So it does not bode well for RCB in general because now they have to ensure that they get into the groove and overcome this loss because this is a big loss. After the win against the Mumbai Indians, now this loss will ensure that they are once again back to square one. Remember, RCB's journey only gets harder in IPL 2023. After the initial euphoria of the first game, this loss is very, very damning for them. But 9 wickets in an innings, the way how they play spin, that has to be introspected very seriously. Thank you so much folks for joining us for this video. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live and don't forget we are on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Thank you.